Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Bubblegum Reviews. My name is Steve, and today's review will be on the movie here next to me. We have Lord of War with Nicolas Cage, Ethan Hawke, and Jared Leto. So this is a fourth or fifth time watch for me. I've seen this quite often. I actually enjoy the movie. I'm sure it's kind of got half and half in my opinion just because of how the movie is. But anyways, we'll get into that. First thing about the movie that I really enjoyed was the opening scene. That was really cool. The song was really good, and just like following the bullet was really, that was a really cool setup how they did that. I mean, the end result for the bullet was kind of like, oh shit, but it was good. I just liked that. That was really creative. Um, Nicolas Cage, man, he killed it in this. He really did. Like, he was definitely the highlight of this movie. His narration, at times I was like, God, is this annoying me or am I actually enjoying this? I'm not sure, but he did a good job. Jared Leto, he cannot act for shit, in my opinion. He can't. There's not been anything I've ever seen this dude in where I'm like, wow, he did a good job in this. No, I don't think he does good. But with that being said, in this, I almost feel like his shitty acting was to his advantage because he was the deadbeat, druggy brother who was constantly doing this wrong and that wrong and whatever. But in this, it kind of worked for him in that role. So I will say that it wasn't as bad, even though he's not good at acting. Ethan Hawke, I could have done with or without him. He wasn't like, oh man, he did a good job, or oh, he was terrible. He was just there. The shooting location, South Africa. Is it South? Yeah, South Africa. That would be a travel destination right there, man. That is some awesome scenery you see from that. Other than that, I mean, the music in this, like I said, was good. The few songs that were like actual songs and not just the score, those were good. The score wasn't bad either. There was a few parts on the score that I was kind of like, wow, that doesn't really go with the scene. But overall, it was good. The biggest downfall for this movie for me is how slow it was for the most of the movie. But even with that being said, I still enjoyed the movie because it's not a bad story. It's definitely relatable. Like, I feel like there's mafia, like, is it Casino with Robert De Niro? The whole wife being left at home while the husband goes and does what he does. The wife knows that the husband's doing bad stuff, but doesn't say anything because he's making crazy amounts of money and everything like that. The story is just very familiar, but just with different odds and ends and outs and loops and yeah. So yes, that's it for that part. Director in this is Andrew Nicole. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but yeah. The only thing that I'm really familiar with that he's done is Gattaca, and I haven't even seen that. So I've never seen anything he's done aside from this one I'm reviewing right now. IMDb gave this a 7.6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 61%. It actually came out the year for Dog Bones, and it's not in the book. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Bubblegum Reviews gave it a 7 out of 10. The 3 points are literally from how slow the movie was. Other than that, this wasn't a bad movie. It really isn't. Like, there's gun running, there's chases, there's just, it's got a pretty good little package deal with the movie, and it's not bad at all. Good shooting location, good music. Box office is 72.6 million on a budget of 42, so it made 30.6 million. It made less than The Internship, which to me is kind of crazy, but making money for this, I guess, should actually be thought of as a plus, but I don't know if it actually did after all the things they probably had to pay. Anyways, my interesting fact on this. So this movie was actually not funded by the U.S. The U.S. studios refused to fund this movie. It was internationally funded. And so apparently they used, according to the director, they apparently used real gun runners in the movie and real AK-47s, and apparently those tanks that were in that scene were actually real tanks. I guess NATO got called because they actually thought that they were about to be invaded, and it was a crazy deal. Like, that's insane. I'm sure there was some serious stuff going on when this movie was made. And that's the other thing. It's like, I wonder if that is why the U.S. refused to do it. So then they went these different, like, they cut a bunch of corners and just figured they'd do this stuff because U.S. didn't fund the movie. But either way, like I said, not a bad watch. Give it a shot. Up next will be, I believe it's going to be the movie Faster with Dwayne Johnson, or I might do something else. I might watch one of the ones I have here, which, let me click through. I got Sour Grapes, Kill Bill Volume 1, and Young Guns. Those are 3 of my 4 options, or like I said, Faster will be next. I've already watched it, so I need to review it. So we'll see. You guys have a good day. Like and subscribe. Check out my eBay and Letterboxd. See you guys next time.
There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware.